Hey, the first time you power on the Onkyo TX-RZ70, you feel it, that shift from just sound to sound with purpose, like your room finally stopped pretending and started performing. This is for the kind of person who's lived with average audio long enough to know when something is truly done right. You've watched movies where explosions felt flat, you've cranked volume only to hear muddled chaos, you've paused games because the sound didn't guide you, and you're done settling for that. Before anything else, check the current price and stock so you know what options you have right now, because gear this capable doesn't linger. You probably hit the upgrade moment after one too many nights thinking your system should sound bigger than it actually did. Maybe dialogue was unclear, maybe bass was distant, maybe the whole thing felt boxed in and lifeless. You realized you weren't experiencing sound, you were enduring it. Walking up to this receiver feels like breathing deeper after shallow breaths. Powering it on, everything feels intentional. Channels wake up with weight and clarity you didn't fully appreciate until it's sitting there driving your speakers with confidence. Heavy scenes in movies don't collapse into noise, they open up with texture. Games don't just play, they place you in the world with direction and depth. Music doesn't just stream, it resonates with the nuance you always knew was there. Real-life use changes how you think about audio. You're watching a soundtrack build and suddenly hear detail that went unnoticed before. You're playing a game and every footstep, rustle, and ambient cue feels placed with precision. Even casual TV shows feel more engaging because this system doesn't just fill space, it lives in it. The performance you feel isn't just numbers anymore. It's confidence, the kind that makes you stop adjusting levels because everything sits exactly where it should. Once you've experienced that, lesser gear feels unfinished. If you're even remotely interested, don't wait for price dips or random stock shifts. High-end AV receivers like this get snapped up fast once people hear what they really do. You might wonder if features like Dirac Live, THX certification, or Sonos compatibility really matter. That doubt dissolves the second you hear a room calibrated with precision and feel the difference in control. The soundstage suddenly has depth without chaos, direction without confusion. One surprise benefit you don't expect until you live with it is how natural everything feels. Not just louder or bigger, but right, like the audio finally matches what your eyes have been telling you. Sound feels anchored and purposeful, movies feel cinematic and alive, games feel immersive, and directional music plays with nuance and control. Your space feels engineered, not cluttered. It takes thought to dial room placement, and once you've heard this, average feels unfinished. Eventually the endless comparison loop ends. You stop bouncing between specs and go with the system that already feels like the one you were meant to live with. If you've outgrown weak staging, muddled channels, and sound that pretends to be powerful but falls short, don't let this be the upgrade you delay and regret. Check availability now, decide with conviction, and let your audio finally keep up with your expectations.